Dear students, in the last session we have discussed regarding what is the meaning of delegation. Okay, I hope you are clear with that concept. So, what is delegation? Delegation is a downward flow of authority. So, here the authority flows downwards from superiors to subordinates. Hope you are clear with this concept. So, delegation andre enu and why it is required? Mainly because as a single person manager or the superiors, they cannot perform all the tasks. So, what they will do? They will divide the task or they will give the task, task and ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they will share among their employees, so that the manager he can concentrate on his other works of the organization. So, not only in the case of organization, you can see it in your family or in an schools, the banks, any organization for that matter, delegation is one of the important concept, because delegation andre ನಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಹಸ್ತಾಂತರ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ 3 elements ಆಫ್ ದ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ ದ 3 elements ಆಫ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ, responsibility and accountability. So what are the 3? In case they'll ask name any 2 elements of delegation. So you have to remember on the delegation anta idre adralli it includes 3 elements, that is nothing but authority, responsibility and accountability. Okay, in today's session, okay, in ivattina session alli now let us discuss the difference between the elements of the delegation. Okay, so now let us see the difference between the different elements of delegation. So we know what are the different elements. So what are the different elements? Authority, responsibility and accountability. Now let us see what are the difference between all these 3. Ondakkinta ondu hege different agide. Okay, yes. So the concept of today is difference between the element of delegation. So what are the differences? Yes. So first of all, we have 4 columns here. 1 column is for basis, on what basis we are going to differentiate, and the next is authority, responsibility and accountability. Okay, see, authority, responsibility and accountability. So these are the 3 elements. Now let us differentiate. Okay, so first is meaning. On the basis of meaning, how we are going to differentiate? See, ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ ನೋಡಿ. On the basis of meaning, what is authority? Authority is the right to command. Okay, so first difference, authority ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Authority is the right to command. All the person in the organization, everyone or all the members in the organization, they will be not having this authority. Based on their position, each individual will be given with the authority or powers. So first one, the first difference is meaning. On the basis of meaning, if you see authority, authority is the right to command ಅಥವಾ right to order, to give order. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. So hope you are clear with this. So coming to authority, it is the right to command. Next is responsibility. So what is the responsibility? Responsibility is the obligation, obligation. See, those who have the authority, they will delegate the work, whereas the subordinates who are going to receive that orders, who are going to perform the work, so they will be having the obligation towards that orders. So ಏನು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಒಬೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So responsibility here, it is nothing but the obligation. So subordinates will be having the obligation to perform the assigned task. So whatever the task is being assigned, so they have the obligation towards that task. That is nothing but responsibility. ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ, ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ obligation. So hope you are getting with this. So obligation here, it is in the sense that obligation to perform the assigned task. Those who have the authority, they will delegate the work, but whereas the subordinates, they have the obligation to perform that assigned task. Next, accountability. Yes, so accountability andre adra hesaralle ide, it is nothing but answerability. Okay, so here answerability is nothing but, so who is responsible for the final outcome of that particular project or particular task to be accomplished. So ivaru authority, they will give the command. So here the subordinates, they will receive that and they have the obligation. Likewise here the subordinates are answerable for the final outcome of the particular task. ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೇವೆ ಅದರ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಆನ್ಸರೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ? ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್, ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ ದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ meaning of the different elements. Authority means the right to command. Responsibility, it is the obligation to perform the assigned task, whereas accountability is the answerability of the final outcome of the business, final outcome of the transaction, or final outcome of the transaction, final outcome of the particular task. Okay, yes, so that is regarding meaning. Next, let us differentiate on the basis of delegation. On the basis of delegation. Delegation ಅಂದರೆ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ವೆದರ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಸ್ತಾಂತರ ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟೆಡ್, ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟೆಡ್. ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಟು ದ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್, ಆ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಏನು ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಥಾರಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್, ಹಸ್ತಾಂತರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ authority. Authority can be delegated, whereas the responsibility can be delegated. Now let us see. Cannot be entirely delegated. So ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಆನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, ಮೈ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಮಿ ಸಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಗಿವ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ಸ್? ನನಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನೀನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? ನೋ. ಸಿ, ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಇಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ, ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅವೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ಅಥವಾ ನನಗೆ ಆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿನ ಒಂದು ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಚುವೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟೆಡ್. ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬಿ delegated. Hope you are getting with this. Okay, so that is regarding it cannot be delegated entirely. Andre ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕೇಸಸ್ ವಿ ಕೆನಾಟ್ delegate the responsibility. Coming to accountability, ಆನ್ಸರಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು, ಫೈನಲ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಸಿ, ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟೆಡ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್. Okay, so accountability ಏನಿದೆಯೋ that cannot be delegated at all. Whoever is responsible, they themselves will be accountable. So ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೋ ಅವರೇ ಅದರ ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್ಗೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So that cannot be delegated. So coming to delegation. So delegation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ the authority can be delegated. Authority can be delegated. Okay, so authorityಯನ್ನು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? We can delegate the authority. But whereas the responsibility cannot be entirely delegated. ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಸೀದವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. It cannot be entirely delegated, but due to there are some exceptions. Okay, there we can delegate the responsibility. But whereas accountability, that cannot be delegated at all. Accountability, that cannot be delegated. So whoever is answerable for that final outcome, so they will be responsible for that, and they cannot delegate that accountability. So hope you are clear with this. So that is regarding delegation. As next is origin. origin. So how it's originate, how the authority originate, how the responsibility or how the accountability originates. See, the authority, it arises from the formal position. ಸೊ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಸೀದಾ ನೀನು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ತಗೋತ್ವ ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದೇರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ responsibility of this authority, or they'll be having this authority. It arises from the position. So ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ, ಆರ್ ದ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಒರಿಜಿನ್ ಇಟ್ ಅರೈಸಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ in the organization, formal position in the organization, because formal position andre top level, middle level, lower level. So concern there is some hierarchy there. So hierarchy basis alli based on their levels of work, so they will be assigned with the authority. So that is, it arises from the position, it arises from the position, whereas the responsibility, yes, responsibility arises from the delegated authority. So ನನಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು responsibility ಬರುತ್ತೆ, from the, yes, see, it arises from the delegated authority. If some authority, with the authority, if the superiors they delegate the work to that concerned subordinate, then he will be responsible. So ಈ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಉಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಬ್ರು ನಮಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ವರ್ಕ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ for any others. So if the superiors delegated, or if superiors they have given me with some work and I am responsible for that particular work. So it arises from the delegated authority. So if they delegate the work to me, from there my responsibility arises. Okay, so hope you are getting with this. And finally accountability. So accountability ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು, it arises from the responsibility. See, responsibility ಹೇಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, it arises from the delegated authority. I am the subordinate in an organization, my superior they have given me with the work to be completed. So ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, now I am responsible for that work. Okay, yes, I am responsible for that work. When I am responsible for that work, who is answerable for that? Myself. ನಾನು ಆ ವರ್ಕಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೇನೆ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಟ್ ಅರೈಸಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ, ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ accountability it arises from the responsibility. So hope you are getting with this. ನೋಡಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಒರಿಜಿನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ it originates from the formal position in the organization. Based on my position in the organization, I'll be getting with this authority, and how this responsibility it arises from the delegated authority. If ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಂದು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಸಿಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. With the position they will delegate the work to subordinates. From the delegated authority the employees will get this responsibility. From this responsibility the person will be accountable for the final outcome. Okay, so this is regarding origin. And finally flow ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದು ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, the authority, responsibility as well as accountability. You can easily say always authority upward to downward or downward to upward. superior subordinates ಗೆ authority ಅಥವಾ command ಅನ್ನು right to command. Who gives command? Superior gives command to the subordinates. So yes, it moves downwards from superior to subordinate. Superior in the subordinate, it moves downwards. Whereas responsibility, the employees who have received that command, they have the responsibility. So it always moves upward from subordinates to superior, from subordinate to superior. Likewise, the accountability also upward, because once I am given with the responsibility, I am answerable for that work. So it also moves upward. So this is regarding the difference between the different elements of the delegation. So first of all, you should know what are the different elements of delegation. So if we see the different elements of delegation, we have authority, responsibility and accountability. So here in this I have discussed the various differences between the authority, responsibility and accountability on the basis of meaning, on the basis of delegation, on the basis of origin and on the basis of flow. So, this is regarding the difference between the element of delegation. So, now we have discussed what is the meaning of delegation, what are the elements of delegation and what are the difference between these elements of delegation. Next, let us see what are the importance. What are the importance of this delegation? I hope you are clear with this now. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್, ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್. ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ. ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೀದಾ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಏನು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. Now let us see what are the importance, why an organization require this delegation. Okay. The first one is effective management. So what is this? Effective management. See here, a manager, he has the responsibility of the organization. So he is having authority as well as he is responsible for all the work in the organization. But he cannot perform all the work alone. ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಸ್ ರೂಟೀನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್. So manager what he'll do, he'll hand over his routine works or he will share the routine works among the employees. So if he'll take up a project, what he'll do, he will hand it over to his subordinates or he will hand it over to a concerned departmental head and they will work on that particular project or particular task. So what happens now? Now the manager will be left with more time, so he can think of taking up other new ideas or he can think of taking up new projects, new challenges, or he can think of expanding his business likewise. So what happens? So when the work is distributed, he will be he'll be having sufficient time so that he can effectively manage the organization. So that is one importance of this delegation. Hope you are getting this. Andre main agi effective management. So when the manager distributes his routine work, so ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ರೂಟೀನ್ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಸೊ ಹಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಸೊ ಹಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಏನು ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಆರ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ದ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್, ಸೊ ಹಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. The next is employee development. Obviously, employee development. See, if the managers do all the works, ಅವರೊಬ್ಬರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಕೂಡ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎನಿ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ನೋ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್, ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಟು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ದ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಆರ್ ಟು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ಸೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ the employees or the subordinates working in an organization? So in case of delegation, if the work is being handed over, so what happens? The subordinates will work, they will learn new things, and even they will use their skills, talents. So it helps the employee development. So it helps in the development of employees. Okay. The next is motivation of employees. Motivation of the employee. How it motivates the employees? See here, ಇದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸಿ when the work is being handed over, so before handing over the work, the manager he should have the trust. So first of all, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ ವೆದರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆರ್ ವೆದರ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ವೆದರ್ he is able to do that. So once if the manager, if he delegates the work, obviously he will trust that employee, because only after trusting, yes, avanu work ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ what happens is, so motivation of the employee. So what the employees feel that yes, with the trust they have given the work to me, so I have to work for the organization, I have to work promptly to complete this particular project or particular task. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ when the work is being handed over, they use their skills and obviously the employee will develop his skills or his performance, it will be developed. But motivation andre my employee will be motivated to do the work when he feels that yes, the work has been handed over to me mainly because of the trust. So ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಈ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, so I have to accomplish my work or I have to do that particular task. So in what happens now in this case is, so they can easily see yes, ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. once the employee is motivated, he will work for the organization. So it motivates the employees, motivation of the employees. Next, facilitates growth. See, what is this facilitates growth? When the delegation is being done, so work on handover ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, if the particular new projects or any other task, if it is being delegated, so they will delegate the work to the trained employees or whoever expert in that particular field. So here, as well as they are already trained and they are having expertise in that field, what happens is, so they will work more efficiently for the organization. So all the work will be completed in time and they can take up more new projects, and finally it helps in the growth. It helps in the growth of that particular organization. Hope you are getting with this. ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಇರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಆ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೈಸ್ ಇರುವ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ given with that particular job, they'll feel motivated and they'll work for the organization as well. The positive point is they'll be trained as well as they'll know the better way to work to accomplish that particular task. Here there are more chances of growth of that particular organization. So it facilitates the growth of the organization. Next, basis for management hierarchy. Basis for management hierarchy. What is this basis for management hierarchy? See here, in the case of delegation, we have three elements, that is authority, responsibility and accountability. Here, the superiors will be having the authority and the subordinates will be having the responsibility as well as the accountability. So here it clearly specifies who has to report to whom. ಯಾರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವರ್ಕನ್ನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ done on the basis of this management hierarchy, because management hierarchy alli top level, middle level, lower level anta ide. So whatever the work is being done, the authority agirbodu, responsibility agirbodu, accountability agirbodu, that arises from the position. Okay, so authority, it arises from the position, and the responsibility from the delegated authority, as well as the accountability from the delegated responsibility. So here it provides a basis for management hierarchy, and it clearly specifies who has the authority and who has the responsibility. So one can easily know who has to report to whom. So that is regarding basis of management hierarchy. So on the clear, mainly to say here, it clearly specifies the relationship. So relationship of the employees or the relationship of superiors and subordinates. Okay, so that is one of the importance of delegation. And finally, better coordination. So better coordination. What is this better coordination? So coordination andrenu? Yes, so unitely to work for the organization. So here when the work is being delegated, the three elements are included here, that is authority, responsibility as well as accountability. So here each will be knowing basis of this management, that is who has to report to whom, and they are very specified with their relationship athwa who has to report to whom idannu avaru pratiyondannu correct agi nodkondirtare. So what happens here? So it leads to the better coordination among the employees working in the organization. Ultimately it will result in the accomplishment of that particular task or particular project or the particular work. So, these are all the importance of delegation. So, importance of delegation, first one, effective management. So, when the work is being handed over, so if the manager handovers the regular routine works of the organization, what happens is he will be left with more time and he can think of developing his management skills, as well as he can develop the he can think of taking new projects, etc., and it develops the employees, or as well as it motivates the employees to work for the organization, as well as it facilitates growth. When we delegate the work to the trained employees or the expertise employees, they will know how to work for the organization and they will be motivated to work for the organization, and surely they will work for the organization. So, it facilitates the growth of that particular organization. And basis of management hierarchy, the clear relationship is being stated here, the authority responsibility, who has to report to whom and then. So, it gives a better coordination to the employees. Okay. So, finally, better coordination among the employees, mainly because of this element, authority, responsibility and accountability, and each and every person will be knowing their positions rightly, and they will work together, and finally they can expect the coordination in the organization. So, this is regarding the concept of delegation. It is to delegation anta heli. So, in the delegation we have started with the meaning of delegation, right. So, delegation andre enu anta heli ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, and delegation is a downward transfer of authority from superior to subordinate. Okay. So, it is always moves upward to downward. And next I have discussed the various elements. So, elements are authority, responsibility as well as accountability. These are all the elements of the delegation, and in today's session I have started with the difference between all these three elements: authority, responsibility and accountability. I hope you are clear with this, and to finalize I have discussed what are the importance of this delegation. I hope you have understood the concept of delegation. Each and every organization, for that matter, yavade organization irbodu, delegation is very much important, because if there is no delegation, so the manager or the superiors will be overburdened with the work. So, because every work has to be done by themselves. So, here to reduce their burden, or to utilize the skills more and more. So, illi nodi iga superior ge enagutte, if the delegates the work, his burden will be reduced. If the work is being delegated to the subordinates, even they will get the opportunity. So, this is regarding the concept of delegation. I hope you have understood this concept. Thank you.